Okay, so why don't you take a second and try and do the problem, and then after you have given an attempt, we will work on it together. Alright, so this says what is the least positive integer that is not a factor of 25 exclamation mark and is not a prime number. Okay, great. So first thing that jumps out of you is this 25 exclamation mark. What is that? 25 exclamation mark is equal to, let's write this out really quick. 25 times 24 times 23 times 22 times 21 times 20 times 1. That's what 25 factorial or 25 factor 25 exclamation mark is. So basically what you do is you just take the number that you have here and you multiply it by the same number minus 1, multiply by the same number minus 2, multiply by the same number minus 3, all the way down to get to 1. So for instance, 4 exclamation mark is the same thing as 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Alright, so that's kind of the method of what that means. So 25 exclamation mark is going to be 25 times 24 all the way down to 1. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. And now what we want to say is what is the least positive integer that is not a factor of this. So in order for something to be a factor of this, right, it has to be something that can be multiplied like this. So for instance, 24 and 23 are factors of 25 exclamation mark. So is 21 and 20. Also combinations of them can be. So 21 or 22 times 21. So these two, when they are combined, whatever number this is, we can do it really quick. 21 times 22, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, you get 462. So 462. Right, so this becomes 462. This is also going to be a factor, so the combination of these can be factors. So there's a whole lot of possibilities here that you can work with. So what do we do? How do we figure out an answer to this problem? Well, it seems like there's a lot of things to figure out here, but what they've done for us is they've given us answers. So we just have to think to ourselves, when we look at this right here, can we take any arrangement or any subset of these numbers that are multiplying into 25 exclamation mark, and can we multiply them together to create these numbers? If we cannot create these numbers with the multiplication of any of these numbers, then that is going to be our answer, all right, because it is not a factor of 25, which is not any of these things multiplied together. All right, so that's what we're looking for. We also want something that's not a prime number, so you have to keep that in mind. That's what we're going to do. So let's look at 26. This is a little bit confusing, but let's look at 26, see if we can come up with a demonstration of it. 26 is equal to what? We're going to multiply it by two things, or a number of things. Doesn't have to be two things, but let's multiply it by two things to make sense. Well, it'll be 2 times 13. Now, is that within this subset? And yes, it is. It's in this ... I didn't write it all out, but this would eventually be something like 3 times 2 times 1 at the end here. Right, and there would be a 13 would be somewhere in here as well. It would be times 14 times 13 times 12 times 11 all the way down to 1. So 2 and 13 are both inside of this. That's an and symbol. Are both inside of this. And since 2 and 13 are both inside of this, you have a something that is a factor of 25. 26 is a factor of 25 factorial because it is a combination of 2 and 13. All right, so that removes that answer. What about 28? Well, 28 is equal to 2 times 14. And again, same thing. It's inside of here somewhere. It's going to be, and maybe it might be helpful to write it out, but the gist makes sense. It's 25 times 24 all the way down. So, it'd be times 15 times 14 times 13. So both of these are inside of this. So this, again, is not our answer. What about 36? Well, 36 is going to be equal to, you can break it up into whatever you want here when you're multiplying them into two different things, but two possible factors of 36 is 2 and 18. And again, that'll be right here. 18 will be somewhere in here, and 2 is right at the end, right here. So again, it doesn't work. What about 56? 56 is equal to, what are we talking, 2 times 23? Well, 23 is right here, and 2 is right here. So, again, these two are within this, therefore not an answer. Now we've eliminated all of these, so we can already tell by process of elimination that 58 is going to be our answer. But if we want to do the same process here, we do 58 is equal to, what is 58 equal to? It's equal to 2 times 29. Now is 29 within any of these things? No, it's not. Alright, so 29 is not. And is, so there you go, that's basically your answer.